You ever notice when people list things like they're gonna do, they always say it like that.
They
like,
do, and it's annoying because
like,
we all do
I
it.
get like, oh, I'm so busy tomorrow. I gotta go shopping. I gotta like do the laundry. Like, why do we list things like that? Isn't that weird?
It's so obnoxious. It's like the other thing we've talked about where whenever we drop something, we go, we all make that same stupid sound. It's just one of those things. It's like this unconscious thing that we all do, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, it's very annoying. Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and well, that's pretty much it. So let's go.
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band and we break down one of their records, track by track. We give our biggest banger from the record, our biggest bangers from the record, possible stinkers if we have them. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. All the social media is at Asinine Radio. We have a Discord server. If you want to join that, let us know. We'll send you the link. And we have a phone number you can call, leave us a voicemail, shoot us a text. The phone number is 503-893-5307, so get into that. And if you did not already know, my name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. So, Jeff, what are we doing today?
We are doing the Offspring's album Smash.
It's time to relax. You know what that means.
Now, Jeff, what is your what's your origin story with the Offspring?
Go. My mom had Smash when it came out, I guess. Just early on in my life, I remember listening to Smash. The best part about it was when Bad Habit came on, right? And that last part, that stupid dumb shit goddamn motherfucker part. Every fucking time that came on, because instead of just skipping the song when you know it's coming or turning the volume down, she would pretend to like talk to me while that part was gonna happen, as if I wasn't fucking listening. Or she would just sing like, "Oh, don't listen to this part, la 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 la, don't listen." It's like, why even try? Because I don't know. So that was my earliest introduction to Offspring was Smash, and was my mom. So we were like fucking 7-ish, 8 when this came out. Yeah, mid-90s.
You think so? Yeah, you did.
And my God, dude. I love this. I love this so much. I love this so goddamn much as a kid, and I still do. And that's, I mean, obviously that plays plays a part in why I rank this so high in the rankings. But it's not all of it. And this came out on my birthday, so there's a.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There's a little thing there too. All the good things come on my birthday. Smash, Sahara with Matthew McConaughey. See?
Oh my God, what the fuck?
All the good stuffs.
That is a deep cut right there.
I've never seen that movie.
Then why even bring it up? I've never seen it either.
Because we were supposed to go in high school, or whenever it came out, right after high school. It was supposed to be John and Ryan, and everyone was supposed to go. Because I don't even celebrate my birthday like ever. I think it's stupid. Never have.
Yeah,
never will. Yeah. But like Sahara was coming out on my birthday, and I kind of wanted to see it because I did like Matthew McConaughey. I do like Matthew McConaughey. And so we had plans to do it, and like the last day, like my birthday, all plans fell through. And so from then on, I make it a point to always like bring it up to the people that were supposed to go, especially John.
Wow.
And I make it a point never to watch it. I never get it. I still have not seen it. It's like fucking 15 years.
It's so stupid. Wow.
One day.
Completely forgotten movie, yeah.
One day.
Now I want to watch it.
I'm holding out,
After
baby.
This.
I'm holding out.
when I go out to Arizona next week, we'll watch Sahara.
It's not on my birthday. I'm not gonna watch it. But yeah, that's my origin story with Smash. Was my mom. My mom listened to a lot of cool shit. She listened to a lot of stupid stuff. Also, she got really heavy into like the pop country stuff in like the late '90s. As I got older,
yeah.
But she listened to.
I think
a lot
all
of
our
shit.
moms did at that time.
Yeah. Oh man, dude.
Yeah.
Horrible. They were duped.
Yeah, definitely. Except my mom still listens to all that shit.
My mom does too. They just went to one of these fucking Luke Bryan concerts, dude.
God.
I don't know if it was Luke Bryan, but just insert any generic white person name as the band name, and that's who they went to go see.
It's terrible, terrible shit.
Yeah, it's awful. It's the worst.
All right. So yeah, your introduction was this album Smash and your mom having the CD. So my introduction to the band, it was Pretty Fly for a White Guy. That song came out on the radio. I just started listening to K-Rock at that time, and it was blowing up. And this is one of those songs that was just so unique to my young mind that I'd never heard anything like it, and I was instantly hooked. Yeah, like songs like Smash Mouth's Walking on the Sun. Never heard of anything like that before. Blink-182's What's My Age Again. I never heard a song like that. So instantly, I just fell in love with songs like that. And Pretty Fly for a White Guy is one of those examples. It just, nothing sounded like that song ever up to that point. And I loved it. And then I remember I was at Best Buy buying a video game with my mom, my aunt, my cousin, and I had heard, and I really wanted this record, and my aunt had to convince my mom to buy it, and she didn't want to buy it because the cover art is really weird on Americana, and
really
and
weird.
also had a parental advisory sticker. But my aunt convinced her that it's okay, Drexa, he can have this CD. Brandon has it, my cousin has it. It's fine. Just let him have it. So I got it then. I was super stoked, and I just played this CD, that Americana, on repeat for a year probably. So that's my introduction to the Offspring. Great stuff. A lot of great memories, being like 8 to 10 years old, just a lot of fun times. So, yeah. So there you go.
I forgot about that Smash Mouth song, Walking on the Sun, though.
That's a good
banger.
song, though, right?
It was.
It's a fucking banger, man.
Walking on the sun.
It's so good. All right, so Smash, yeah, we're doing this record today, not Americana. So Smash, when did you first kind of hear this? What was what's your origin story with Smash, or where do you want to start with this album?
This is like one of those albums that I've been listening to since like for a long time. Yeah,
Well,
my mom also had Dookie, so she played Dookie constantly, like Third Eye Blind. These mid-90s bangers. She never did. I don't think she ever played Weezer though, so that was interesting.
A little, maybe too emo for her.
Yeah, maybe not as alt rock. She never did any grunge either too, so that was nice. But she played Nirvana every so often, but mostly like in the alt rock, punk rock realm. So that was nice.
Yeah.
But this is an album that I listened to front to back, even before I bought it on the vinyls, just almost monthly since like inception. I love this album so much. I think it's so great. And this week I love it even more. Reading these lyrics, man, I never realized this how kind of like defeatist and doom and gloom and sad this whole album is. It's fucking rad. It's cool.
I know, especially when you get to like a lot of the lyrics on their later records, they get so goofy and stupid. I was surprised at how dark this record actually is.
Yeah, and it's like this album and along with Dookie, obviously, like these just kind of like made punk rock bigger than life. Like they made it so fucking huge. They were competing with stuff that was still kind of like 80s and then bleeding into the 90s that were still big bands. But this is Epitaph. This is fucking Epitaph, dude. And Offspring never even released anything on Nitro, on their own record label. Never released anything. Only re-releases as far as albums go. But like this is Epitaph. This is a small label. This is a label that couldn't even like handle distribution at this point, especially when this went to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million records sold. Like Epitaph couldn't handle that, and that's fucking cool. That's amazing.
It's really cool. I think at this point it's sold over 10 million copies. Too.
Fucking 10 million copies. It's insanity.
God damn it. This record alone has made Brett Gurewitz so much fucking money.
I know.
It's fucking insane, man.
Retire.
I mean, I like Epitaph a lot. It's a great label. They have so many great bands, but yeah, it's crazy how rich that guy must be now.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, he still kind of signs bands that have like nothing, that are just nobodies. And I'm like, we don't know what the contract looks like, but I would like to imagine that it's good, because he's still signing bands to this day, and they're not coming out on social media saying, we just signed the fucking worst contract of our life. Like, so it's, I don't know, it's still kind of cool that he's helping like the little guys, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard any real negative things about Epitaph at all, really, now that I think about it.
And they're a corporation just like most, probably at this point, mid-sized corporations. But
I'd say so.
but yeah, man.
But no, it's good stuff.
Smash, I think like this week, I like this album even more than I did prior to this week. So that's, I don't know. I don't know what your question was. That's the answer.
No, that's fine. That's kind of what I was asking about. Smash with me though, I really didn't get into this record until probably mid high school. I don't, outside of Bad Habit, Come Out and Play, and Self Esteem, I hadn't heard anything off this record, and I think I don't think I've ever bought this on CD. I think I only ever had a burn copy of it, and I think I was just still so I liked Americana and Conspiracy of One so much that I never really cared for Smash too much until like after high school, and we started to dive deeper into their discography. But yeah, I was kind of a late bloomer on this record. But I mean, I think this is their second best record. It's fucking solid. The singles are I think they're iconic. I mean, they're played all the time, at least here locally in Southern California. I don't know about elsewhere, outside of the United States especially, but Come Out and Play and Self Esteem they're easily their biggest songs. I think they're bigger than Pretty Fly and stuff off Americana. I think these two songs are their most popular for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
I'm so like, I guess, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with what we already played, Nitro?
Yeah, let's talk about Time to Relax, the intro, and then Nitro, the intro and then Nitro. Let's get into that. What do you got?
Dude, I've known the word for word, verbatim, Time to Relax, that intro. Just because I listened to so many fucking times. I know every single word that he says. I know how he says it. I know when he says it. I know the cadence of his voice. I know everything. I can repeat this entire album front to back. It's fucking weird, man. This is like Pinkerton status. This is like Toy Patch status. This album really is up there in albums that I've listened to the most in my entire life. It's fucking weird. I don't know. I love it so much, but I like this intro. I think it's funny, but it's just the right amount of funny to where you kind of do relax. And I think that's the point of it. I think the point of it is to kind of make you relax, because we're in the mid '90s here. There's a lot of different things going on. Grunge is kind of doing its thing, and then the death of the rock stars coming. But then you get like Weezer throwing out an album. But like all along, like the world's kind of still going to shit. And so this is like a relaxing thing. Nobody knows most people didn't know who the Offspring was until this album. Let's be fair.
No.
Outside of Southern California, for sure, nobody knew who the Offspring were. And so they throw this little Time to Relax thing, and it's kind of like, oh, music soothes even the savage beast. And it goes right in that fucking drum, that like, what are you doing? Are you kidding me? That is fucking cool.
It's a great opener from that spoken word into that drum part.
And just the name of the song, dude, Nitro, Youth Energy. Like, I don't care. Nitro is a fucking cool word. It's just a cool word. Love it. Mm-hmm. Youth Energy. Dexter's voice, dude, it rings out so nicely here. I think his voice is so goddamn unique. It's so goddamn cool. Sounds like shit live, but it's still fucking rad. It
sounds
cool,
so
dude.
bad live.
Wow, dude, like, oh my God, I love this so much.
So with Nitro, I think this is a great fucking song. It's a great punk song. Great way to start the record. Like we said with that drum part. It's still not the catchiest or heaviest or most aggressive song on the record, and that's totally fine. It doesn't need to be one of the two. It's a great combination of both of those things that they're best at. And it's such a great opener. It's the 1-2 punch of that intro and the song is fucking solid. And then you drop into Bad Habit, which I'm sure we'll get into in a bit, but it's just like one banger after another. Like kind of as you get toward the end of the record, it's still really good, but it definitely peters out a little bit.
I'm
it peters out a little
there.
bit.
Like the end of the record is when it gets. The end of the record is when it finds its like true footing. But we'll get to it at the end of the record.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say okay. We'll get into it.
I like Nitro is my 8B. It's my 8B.
Okay, Nitro's my 7B. That's my 7B.
I love when it goes whoa 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 and the guitar goes, dude, fucking so boss.
The woes are great. The woes are great. There's some really good backup vocals that aren't woes, that kind of, I don't want to say they don't harmonize with Dexter, but they're just, I don't even know what to call it. The background vocals are solid on this song.
It's almost like a play off each other. Like they're kind of like a call and response thing. Can't waste this life. There's no tomorrow. Ain't gonna live that for me.
Exactly.
It's cool.
Exactly.
It's cool. I always thought too, until this week actually, that in the bridge when he says, "Hey Billy Vitt," I always thought he said, "Hey Billy B." And even I swear to God, until this week, I thought I was still singing, "Hey Billy B, the official view of the world has changed." Which like now that like I read the lyrics, like why was they always saying that? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
But that's what happens when you're not a lyricman, because I do the same thing. I sing things that make no sense.
I'm still gonna say Billy B. I don't even care.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
Did it. Yeah, dude.
All
AB,
right,
banger of a song.
AB. Okay, yeah. 7B for me. So, do we have any stinkers on this record?
No, I don't even have any okay songs.
All right. Okay. They're pretty much all bangers for me. I have no stinkers.
Good.
So,
because there are no stinkers.
Yeah, that's true. It's
a
true.
fact.
So, what's your 1B?
Bad Habit, dude. Bad Habit's
Really?
this is my favorite Offspring song.
Damn. Okay.
This is it.
Let's get into this.
Just like there's just so much nostalgia attached as a kid. It's fucking weird, dude. I had these memories of like listening to this when my mom bought it, and we're like decorating the Christmas tree and listening to the Offspring. We're like eating pizza at dinner, listening to the Offspring. Like I just had these memories of always just listening to this album, and Dookie too, and Third Eye Blind. A lot of albums I just previously mentioned. Actually, there's just those three. But Bad Habit, I have the most fond memories because I think it's so funny, and I still think it's really funny. I still think it's like, wow, man, like this is very punk. This is a very punk thing to do. Is just let's stop all the music. Let's have no instrumentals whatsoever. Let's just put the vocals in the front, and let's make damn sure, as the Taking Back Sundays would say, let's make damn sure that parental advisory sticker is for sure going to be on this record. Ready, go. What would you say? And that's what you say. You stupid, dumb shit, goddamn motherfucker. And they turn him up a little bit louder, too. His vocals aren't that loud normally.
Yeah, I know.
Turn him up a little bit louder. God, dude, that's so punk rock. I love it. God damn, that's so good, dude.
It is fucking great, man. This is my Bad Habit is my 4B. I do love the song.
Okay.
And I'll give you reasons why, but the intro is so good. That boom, 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 just that bass, and then just the silence and the hey man. It's just the way he kind of not wails or squeals. I guess it's kind of a squeal. He comes in with those vocals. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
So bad.
But I love it. And it just kind of builds, and then you hear Ron come in with just that the hi-hat, just him stepping on the hi-hat.
But you actually hear the hi-hat.
What a fucking build-up.
It's cool because you can hear it open and close. You can hear the part, then you also hear like the click of it going up, like click, click, click. But before that too, don't forget, you can hear Dexter fucking lick his lips, ASMR, like before he starts to sing.
I've never ever noticed that.
It's
Holy
so
shit.
quiet, dude, but you can for sure hear him. He comes in. But then even before that too, right? That the boom 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 boom, and then that
the guitar.
A little bit of a wah there too. Like these guys are these guys are kids pretending to be rock stars that just wrote a fucking banger of a song and they know it. God damn.
That intro ends with the where he just says hey, and then it's just that on the Ron on the toms just going and then everything stops again, and then Dexter comes in just his vocals, and then it goes into this like fucking awesome ass punk song. Damn. God damn, dude, it's so fucking good. It's such a banger,
1 minute
man.
of perfect build up. And like, dude, there's great tom usage. Like in the beginning of some of the verses, like very Pennywise. This is what Pennywise like made a fucking career off of, is doing that like tom, that kind of like punky tom thing. And they
Absolutely.
here they are. Here we are.
Oh man, dude, it's so fucking good. And then and then you jump into the chorus. I guess I got a bad habit. Yeah. It just the yeahs are there's. I think it's probably just Dexter kind of overdubbing.
Yeah,
I don't think
for
it's
sure.
it's Noodles or anybody because none of the other guys I think can sound like Dexter. So,
Nobody
but the
can really
yeahs are
fucking
so
sound like
good.
Dexter.
I know he has such a fucking weird ass voice. There's nobody like Dexter, really. I know people hate him. Yeah, I think people either love him or hate him, and I think most people hate him. I know a friend of the pod, Annie. I don't know if she still listens to the podcast, but she, when we first met, she asked me who my favorite bands were, and or not who my favorite bands were, but what bands I really like. I said, oh, like Metallica, The Offspring, and then she said at that moment she knew she hated me forever because she hates Metallica and The Offspring more than any other band. And then we ended up becoming really good friends.
That's something. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
to hate
she
the
cannot.
Offspring.
She fucking hates The Offspring with a passion.
There's a lot of
it's so
very
funny.
unique things about the Offspring. Just not even Dexter's vocals either, but like Noodles, man. The way the guy can mash so many like guitar chords into a chorus is fantastic.
I know.
It's so cool.
He's like a riff master.
He really
what
is.
he can come with is insane.
He writes riffs that stand on their own without any vocals. But
Yep.
like I
and
was
he
counting
never
him.
needs solos.
I was counting him. Like most of the really cool choruses have at least 4, 5, sometimes 6 different power chords in the chorus. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's silly boy talk. We're talking like rock bands in the 90s, even like Weezer. They were doing like 1 or 2 maybe.
Yeah, I know. Dexter is crazy. He has really good solid leads too. Like he never really solos, but his guitar leads are almost like solos. He really rides that fine line between the two of them, and it's really impressive. Very, very impressive. But let's play a little bit of Bad Habit. We'll get through the bridge part that we all love so much, and then we'll talk about that in the lyrics. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so oh shit. So here's a little bit of Bad Habit, or a lot of Bad Habit from The Offspring. That bridge part.
You got it. That's what we've been talking about. You got to play it.
There's just nothing that sounds like that bridge. It's so silly. Like the concept of it is just so silly and stupid. It shouldn't.
It's childish.
It shouldn't be cool. Yes, exactly.
It's incredibly childish. But that's where like punk rock is bred from. Childishness. That's a word.
Childishness.
Yeah. It's simple and fucking extremely effective, and it's the third track, really the second track on the album, and goddamn, it's just it hits hard. It hits hard.
It really does, man. It's truly unique how they can go from the slow to the fast and slow to fast. I guess that's the right way to say it, but this song is all over the place. It's truly unique, and I love it. So what do you have lyrically on this one?
It's about road rage. It's fucking road rage. It's a funny take on road rage, right? The traffic is such shit in Southern California that this is like the musical version of like that traffic scene in Falling Down when Michael Douglas gets out of his car and he's fucking done with it. Like this is like the musical version. This should have been playing during that scene.
Oh, I guarantee you somebody's probably mashed that together. This song and that part of the movie.
This song is too aggressive for that fucking part.
Well,
But it's not even
I don't know
aggressive
about
because it's funny. It's outwardly aggressive, but like if you look into it, it's funny. It's a joke. All these songs are meant to be taken with like a grain of salt. They're all a little bit tongue in cheek.
Especially when you hear Dexter's voice too. Like he doesn't have like an aggressive, commanding voice. You know, I like his voice even though it's so silly and so kind of ridiculous at times. But it's just so unique and catchy that I don't know. I love it. It's just not aggressive at all. But I don't know. Do we have anything else on Bad Habit?
No. That's it. That was your 4B.
Okay.
What was not
That
sure
was
was
my
your
4B.
7B? What is your 1B?
What was your one? Oh, your 1B is Bad. Duh, it's Bad Habit.
My 1B was Bad Habit. Boom, boom.
Damn.
Boom.
I love it. I fucking love it. I get so pumped every time I listen to it. It's great. Genocide is my 1B.
Wow.
Do you not like this song?
That's my
What's going on with
2B,
you?
baby.
Oh, okay. There we go.
To
There
be
we go.
or not to be.
I mean, okay, you start with this riff, this da, 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 da. It's just it's a really fast riff, but it almost sounds like it's off time. And then you get this lead guitar coming that I can't even wait. How does it go?
That was good. No, do it again.
I can't even try to sing that guitar line, that lead guitar line. But oh man, dude, it's every part of this song is catchy. That guitar line, the chorus, the dog eat dog. It's a fantastic song. It's one of the faster songs on the record. It's an fairly aggressive song. Noodle's guitar playing is fucking solid on this. I have nothing bad to say about this song. And then that bridge, that palm muted bridge, which we kind of stole for one of our own songs.
But do you remember Life at the Condo? Like coming home from the bar at like 3:00 in the morning, and all Kevin and I would play is that fucking song on Joe's old bass amp, and we would just skip until that part and play it loud as fuck at like 3:30 in the morning.
I do remember that. Everything would rattle in the house.
God, I could do that because he had like a fucking massive Ampeg, and we just turned it up as loud as possible.
Yeah,
and God, I love this. Dude, the song is fucking perfect. Catchy drum beat, catchy bass line. Guitar is just kind of providing accents to each other. The main riff itself kind of has this very like subtle like Middle Eastern kind of influence too, which Offspring love to do.
Yeah,
and like
on this song and Come Out and Play, both versions have Come Out and Play on this.
For sure, Come Out and Play.
Middle Eastern.
This one definitely had, and they did like in Tehran and a couple of stuff in the first two albums.
True,
but like this like when the chorus drops, we hear Noodles kind of be iconic for the first time. As far as like his first album, the second album, and then this one, this is like the first time we've really heard him like mash in a bunch of different power chords into a very strong melody. Like the melody could exist with just one, maybe two power chords on its own, but he puts an extra two, sometimes three in there, and that's fucking rad. And he'll continue to do that and like perfect that and do it better in subsequent songs. But no, I was looking at the other one. But yeah, that was Gotta Get Away. I was reading other lyrics here. Or other notes.
Have you ever learned or tried to learn have you ever tried to learn an Offspring song?
I was doing it today. I was doing Bad Habit today, and I can do the bass part, but it's just too hard to do the guitar part because I don't know.
He's all over the place. And it's not just like single note, like we were talking about. It's not just single notes. He's playing full power chords, and he's constantly moving his hand up and down. Like it never ever stops.
Honestly, it's like he's
pretty cool.
He's taking a cool bass line and then just power chording every note, and that's what's happening. Because like all of Greg's bass parts are solid. They're all fucking great. And there's only a couple times on here where he's kind of like allowed to take the spotlight. But overall, like Noodles just plays the bass part and just power chords every note. But it's like, dude, there's so many fucking times, and you can see him like live videos. His left hand is fucking constantly moving.
I know, right?
It never stays put.
It's fucking tiring. It's even like a song I remember learning a long ass time ago, "Pretty Fly for a White Guy." Like when you hear it, you're like, oh, okay, this song it's pretty straightforward, but the amount of chords he throws into that main riff it's surprising. It's very, very. It's not a super difficult riff, but it's a lot more. It's more complicated than I think most people would think, especially with that kind of swing in that song. That dun 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 dun. It's not very straightforward. It's more complex. So it's cool. He's a great guitar player. I really think he's a great guitar player.
He is. I think he's a fucking fantastic rhythm guitar player. Honestly, just.
Yeah.
As far as like punk rhythm guitar players, one of the best. One of the best.
For sure.
Dude can keep the rhythm, but then still just add like his own unique style, but then add to the melody. And these melodies are already really, really strong without it. Like they don't need him. But he still adds to it, and they make it better. Dude. If you started,
we've really dropped into this dude thing. It's so stupid.
If you started the 2-minute mark, that's when you can really hear the build up, and then like hear where it leads to.
Into the palm mute.
Yeah.
Should I just fast forward it to that part, or what do you think?
If you can start at 2 minutes exactly, or
I could do whatever I want on this pod.
That's true. It's your pod.
Well, that's not true.
Oops. Dude, that high guitar riff too. That's very like 90s. It's kind of sloppy. Doesn't really sound great, but goes well with the song, right? It's fucking iconic. It's cool.
Oh, like that dun, 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 just that kind of thing. Are you talking about? Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. All right, so here's a bit of Genocide from the Offsprings. Man, dude, that palm mute part is still so good.
I
The best part
especially
of this
like
entire
that
record.
one. Let's see what's next.
You're annoying. So what do you have lyrically on Genocide?
These lyrics are pretty dope. I like these. They kind of give like a more upbeat approach to society, and sometimes like talk that if we work together, we could change things, and like if it was up to you to decide how to change things, and we'd be better off. But it's not. And like and that like that, but it's not part is solid because it's a defeatist attitude, and then it drops into the dog eat dog part, which is like rails against all of us in the classic like divide and conquer thing, which they've gone over the poor versus the rich in this, and people in the haves and the have-nots over this entire album. Like we fight each other instead of fighting those in power and stuff like that. And damn, it was cool. Good stuff.
I thought the same thing, really. I mean, it's about how people destroy each other and bring each other down, and they don't really realize that there's something that's really kind of pulling the strings. Like, what am I trying to say?
He'll say it later on. He will literally say,
yeah, he does.
Like, superpowers pulling
really
strings.
Does.
It's crazy.
He really does. It's just about like how the corruption of society, and we're all pretty much slaves to the puppet masters. That's really what this entire record. That's what it's about. But this is just a very condensed version of that in this one particular song. But yeah, I don't know.
1B.
Genocide is my 1B. Genocide is my 1B.
I think this is actually the song that prompted our neighbor to walk into our house and tell us to turn the music down.
Dude.
I think it was this album. I mean, I'm like folklore would have it that it was this part, the palm mute part of Genocide, but I do think it was Smash. We were we weren't bad neighbors, honestly. We weren't good neighbors, but we weren't bad neighbors. We just played music loud late at night, but that was like once a week, like Friday night. That wasn't that bad. Otherwise, we were fucking dead quiet.
Yeah, because nobody was home during the day except for you.
Yeah. And we were clean. Like, we never really like threw shit outside or took up parking space or anything like that. But when our fucking neighbor walked into our house, right, like literally opened our door, I don't know why we didn't lock the door, opened our door and stepped foot in our house to turn this fucking music down. Are you fucking kidding me? We're like, what the fuck? Get out of here. And then I think it was the Offspring. Maybe I was playing bass. I don't remember. It was something really loud. I think it was my fault. Probably my fault.
I'm surprised you guys didn't get kicked out of the condo earlier, because I mean, first of all, we had a lot of parties at that condo. On the weekends, we were all very loud at the condo.
On the weekends, though.
True. On the weekends, but still, and then there was the Mario Kart incident.
I mean, that was completely like not our fault. That was just that was probably our neighbor, and the police said it was our neighbor. We were playing Mario Kart, and we get kind of into it. There's a lot of yelling.
Yeah, we get wild.
Just imagine like the podcast, but with 4 people, and we're playing Mario Kart. Yeah,
on the 64. Yeah.
And we got the police called, and they came and they said that somebody called that somebody was getting beat, and we're like, no, dude, we're just playing Mario Kart. And they laughed, and then said it was one of your neighbors, and then all of them eyeballed our next door neighbor. And we're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
And that is not an exaggeration. The cops were literally called because of Mario Kart.
It's a good game, Mario Kart, though.
Yeah, I mean, Mario Kart is a lot of fun with us.
We get into it. We
get really pissed, really heated, but it's fun. It's good stuff. All right, so let's move on from Genocide. What's your 3B then?
3B or not 3B? 3B's Got to Get Away. Gotta get away from me. Gotta get away from me.
Gotta Get Away is my 5B.
Oh.
It's a good one. Well, it's not that much lower than yours. So, first of all, it's a little bit slower of a jam. It's super catchy, very iconic. Like you were just singing, that chorus it's really obnoxious, but it's an earworm. as the people would say. It's a great song, man. I love it.
This is the one that I was saying because I was reading my notes from "Gotta Get Away" to "Genocide" because I don't. Now I'm for a while I was kind of highlighting in red things that I've already talked about, but then I got kind of cocky and I was like, I can just fucking remember. But then obviously I screwed that up. So now I'm going back to the highlighting things in red that I've talked about. But this is the one that I was talking about, has this kind of like subtle sort of like Middle Eastern influence to it. Like everything kind of has like a little bit of that, and it's like for a band. I don't know why they started doing it or for whatever reason, but they kind of did it a lot in these early days, and you can kind of hear it a little bit here.
I did, really until you brought this up right now, I didn't really make that kind of Middle Eastern style connection, but yeah, that riff is very, very. It's a heavily distorted Middle Eastern kind of riff, but it totally is.
It's bizarre, right?
Yeah,
like
they did it a lot. Yeah,
they did it a lot.
They really did.
Super cool. I love it.
But yeah, they really hit it within all that distortion on this song.
But man,
damn, dude, it's so good.
When the chorus drops in, this is what I was talking about. We hear Noodles be iconic for the first time. There's so many fucking power chords, and then I love it. Just in that one little part, but I don't know. Banger of a song. It got to get away.
It is. And then Ron's not guitar, his drumming with just the heavy usage of the tom drum or the floor tom and the snare. It builds this song so well. It's Ron doesn't get enough credit as a drummer for the band.
Okay, well, I will say his claim to fame is essentially just exactly this song. That do 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 do, or if they're playing a faster song, it's just the double time.
But then
really,
also,
that's really all he does. He has parts here or there, but that's really all he does.
But think of Come Out and Play. The stick play on the freestyling.
The freestyling. Sure. I didn't even know he freestyled until I saw the video again this week. I had no idea. Never even put two and two together.
Yes,
Yes.
It is great. But yeah, I think Ron doesn't get enough credit. I don't think he's the best drummer by any means, but he does some really cool stuff on this record and on Americana especially. Some really, really good stuff.
I think he hit his. I think his best drumming performances are on Americana. Like that's him at his best in the Offspring.
Yeah. I guess
just staring. As we're staring at the sun. I tried to sing it as walking on but it didn't come out that way. But the part in staring at the sun before it drops in, what he's doing that Pennywise. There's a lot of cool tom play in there.
No, you're right. You're totally right. I don't know. It's a shame that they fired him the way that they did, and just. Dude, Noodles and Dexter, they're kind of shady. They're kind of shady guys. I mean, the way that they've gotten rid of certain band members.
I mean, it's just the two. It's just Ron and then Greg.
But and also Pete. The way they got rid of Pete.
Pete wasn't like a band member. He's not
in the
Ron
band.
Welty, and he's not a fucking Greg K. Come on, that's silly boy talk.
But also, he was in the band in all the promo shots. He was an official band member.
But he didn't help build the brand.
Years.
He didn't help build the brand. He didn't help build the corporation that is the Offspring.
But that's not my point. My point is the way that they fired him. But the way that's the point is the way they fired him wasn't very different from how they fired Ron and fired Greg.
But firing him is not as shocking as firing Greg or Ron.
True.
That was
true.
Firing Ron, people still don't really know exactly what happened. That was the first time they did it, but firing Greg just happened, very, very just in the past couple
in
years.
2018. Yeah, 2018 or something like that.
So
that was crazy.
It's very recent, and the dude's been there since the beginning.
Yeah, literally, the band was formed not as the Offspring, but the band was formed by Greg and Dexter. They are literally the OG members of the band.
Dexter was on drums.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fucking nuts.
It's so crazy. It's so funny. The only reason why they hired Noodles to be in the band or got him into the band was because he was older than everyone else and he was able to buy booze and he was the janitor at the high school or something like that.
Yeah, that means so he would because he's 3 or 4 years older than everybody, not that much older, but old enough to buy a beer. So that means they're in high school, right? So if they're 17, 16, 17. He's like 21-ish. Like,
Yeah.
that's a cush job at 21 to be a fucking janitor at a high school. Are you kidding me right now? Like
Maybe not back then, but
I
nowadays,
know,
yeah.
dude. Like fast forward, like back then in the 90s, it's probably the shittiest job you ever fucking had in your life. But fast forward to 2022, oh my god, janitor
Yeah.
at high school, cush.
Working
Cush.
at the school district, working for the school district. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god, you would kill for that position. Times
Oh,
have changed, huh?
Oh God, we both said that. No. Oh, I hated that. I hated that so much.
It is funny though. Like growing up, right? You never like people don't really aspire to be certain professions, and a janitor is probably not one of them.
Yeah.
But dude, like,
dude, remember
you'd
like
killed to be a janitor now.
do you remember like in the 90s there were so many TV shows where an episode the premise would be around like the poor janitor, about like the evil janitor that everybody was afraid of and this and that because it was such a shitty job. You remember
Yeah.
like Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Like all these 90s Nickelodeon shows and Disney shows had some sort of storyline like that.
Well, and don't forget, I mean, just like look at Groundskeeper Willie, right, for The Simpsons.
Yeah,
The
yes.
fucking Scottish guy who's completely out of his mind half the time. But also don't forget about all the TV shows in those early days when we were growing up, where they took that test to show what they will become when they're older.
Oh yeah.
And like, oh, Lisa, you will be an astronaut, or like Martin, you'll be a fucking president. And it's like, Bart, you're gonna be a janitor.
That's
And
right.
like that was
yeah.
always perceived as like a shitty job, like to be a janitor. But like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? That's a cush job.
Isn't it crazy? Like all the blue collar jobs back, it was such like propaganda bullshit. You know, it's like blue collar
Yeah.
jobs have always been treated as like the shit thing, but nowadays like things are are going in reversing. You know, like white collar is being considered like the bullshit stuff, the lazy person's job, and the blue collar stuff is it's much more respected now than it was even 15, 20 years ago.
Well, I think it's finally we've come to terms with the fact that like working with your hands, fixing things is what kind of like makes the world go around. And if you
Yeah.
if you don't have an actual skill to provide, then you don't really have anything.
Yeah. And we're also seeing blue collar workers make so much more money than your
Oh
average
my
white collar
God.
worker. Like you go to, an electrician or a plumber, dude, they make so much fucking money. It's insane how much money those people make.
My neighbor's brother is a pipe fitter, and he works up in Fresno, and he only works 4 months out of the year, but he's still clearing 175,000 a year, and he's working maybe 60 hours a week out of those 4 months of the year.
Damn, dude. That ain't bad. It's not bad work.
Yeah, it ain't fucking. I mean, it's it's hard work.
Well, yeah, it's hard
right?
work,
Like
but
you're fucking tired.
yeah. But if you're doing it 4
Damn,
months
that's
out
a
of
lot
the
of
year,
money.
yeah.
And that's like what people choose to do. I choose to only work X amount of days, therefore I can have Y amount of days off.
Mm-hmm.
And they could make 3-4 times the amount, but like why? Why do I need to?
Yeah. They're comfortable with where they're at. Yeah, absolutely.
Good times. Yeah, dude, janitor. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
I know, right?
Badass
It's not
job.
bad. It's not a bad gig, man. It really isn't. All right, so yeah, Gotta Get Away. Let's play a little bit of that, and then we'll talk about, I guess, the music a little bit more, and then definitely the lyrics. So here's Gotta Get Away from the Offspring. Damn fine song. So what do you have lyrically on this one?
Just like he says in the song, right? It's about being paranoid. Paranoid people would start the show. It's about kind of being paranoid and stressed and just wanting to walk away from it all, even just for a little while.
Yeah, I agree. I
Teen angst.
yeah, I do cut out really bad there.
Really bad or just like kind of bad?
Really, I think I missed most of that, so that's why I talked over you, because I thought you had finished talking.
Am I still cutting out really bad?
No, you sound good now.
Oh.
That was
Well,
weird.
then what's your problem? What's going on?
Well, just
Why you
really-
ain't? What?
Well, I don't know
What?
about that, dude. Wait, so it's just what were you saying? Because I missed like all of it.
I think like he says in the song, right? When it's about being paranoid and being stressed and just wanting to walk away from it all, if only for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with you. It's all about paranoia in this song. Paranoia and depression. I feel like it's like his depression creeping up on him, and him kind of just being paranoid about that, or that causing.
And
the
let's not
paranoia.
let's not forget like Smash is often looked back upon with kind of more harsher eyes. It's thrust into this realm of like adolescent angst, but it's not. Like they were 30, if not over 30, when this album came out. When they recorded this was I think like Dexter was 30. Obviously, Noodles was over 30. Like they're all 30. They're not fucking teenagers anymore. This is not scream teen angst to me. This is something deeper. This is something a little bit more complex than just I'm pissed off at the world. This is like getting into why I'm pissed off at the world. What is wrong with the world that makes me so pissed off? This is more like adult issues, adult themes. And then also things like self-esteem. That song's looked back upon with for lack of a better word, feminist eyes.
Okay.
It's looked back upon. Like I read a lot of articles this week that said it's just this gross like machismo thing that like demeans women, and that's not what I got out of that at all.
I didn't either. I felt like it was the opposite. I felt like it was him just being so with self-esteem. At least it was just him being taken advantage of, and him just kind of accepting it, even though he's not happy. He just doesn't know better. He doesn't. I don't know.
The biggest difference I think between like a self-esteem song like this or a self-esteem song where it's like aggressive or demeaning towards the opposite sex or whatever he's trying to accomplish in the song is that he doesn't ever put the other person down really. It's only that he puts the person down, how it relates and how it feels to him. Mm-hmm. And so I don't like, God, man, I read a lot of articles this week that were just that shit over that song and shit all over this album. And yes, I agree. This album is a fucking timepiece. This album belongs in 94.
Oh, yeah.
This would not survive any time else. You fucking, even like late 90s, no, would not survive. 2000s, no way. 80s, no, fuck no. This has to be mid 90s when it came out. So I get that it's a timepiece, but it is more than that. Like you put like Dookie, if that came out 85, fucking just as great. That came out 2005, just as great.
Yeah.
This had to come out here.
It's true because I think a lot of it has to do with his vocals too, because his vocals are so unique. And in the 80s, you can have a vocalist like this. You can have somebody who can't really sing that well. Like this, it's a very 90s thing where all that kind of stuff started. Like even when you go back to the hair metal bands, like everybody, all those guys had good voices. It was just shitty music, but they still had good voices. But it was the 90s when grunge came along, when people started to realize, oh, these guys don't have good voices, but the songs are fucking great. So yeah, I agree with you. Like the Offspring wouldn't have survived back in the 80s, and then even late 90s and 2000s, they wouldn't have survived because what they had been doing on Smash had already been done by other bands, by Rancid, by Green Day, eventually by Blink and stuff. This is the right place, right time. Absolutely.
And they knew that they couldn't survive because that's why Ignition is so different than their self-titled. Yeah. They're vastly different. But now they were already doing this in the late 80s and it wasn't working. They were already doing this in the early 90s and it wasn't working. So Smash like took the pop elements and input them into like their first two albums and just doubled down on the camp, and it became a fucking hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did. Is Smash more successful than Americana? I don't think so, right?
I think Smash is their most successful album.
Is it? Okay. I guess I should have looked that up, but
I think we did do this when we were talking about Tragic Kingdom versus Smash.
Yeah, and Smash ended up selling more than Tragic Kingdom, right? And we were surprised by that.
But I think the argument was no way could no way could Tragic Kingdom compete with Smash. But I think it was a lot closer than we thought it was.
Okay, yeah, I remember talking about that now. Yeah. What was it?
Yeah,
oh,
man. Dude,
so let's jump into the artwork.
We can do artwork and we can cover the music videos at the same time.
So actually, I didn't watch the music videos, but I
Okay.
did watch them.
Well-
Okay, do you remember the last time we did Offspring when we did Americana? We ended up watching every single one of their music videos throughout their
did.
entire career, and that was tough. So I know I've seen the video, but you're probably gonna have to kind of refresh my memory on the video.
So like so they have 3 videos for the album. They've Got to Get Away, Self Esteem, and then Come On and Play.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the same. They're just performance videos, and they're very Jason Bourne camera angles, right? Very like shaky, very cut, very adolescent driven. But
Yeah.
they're all in theme. They're all in theme with the artwork. They're all like this kind of. They'll show you like Fight Club status, flash little scenes of like a X-ray of a skeleton or a leg or a femur or whatever the fuck it is. But they're all in theme, and it goes along with the artwork, and I think that's cool. Plus, you get to see Dexter with his braids.
Oh god, his braids are so bad. They're
Dexter
so,
with the braids, baby.
Oh, they're
Dexter
so
with
bad.
the braids.
And now that I'm thinking about it, the videos from this era, as well as a lot of videos in the alt rock era, all had a very similar look of like that yellow goldish kind of filter, where
Yeah.
everything looks like it's really hot outside, like everybody's like
Yes.
sweating,
That's
you know, in
Southern California, dude.
it's like everybody's in downtown LA in August or whatever when it's 110 degrees. Like everything looks gross and grimy and yellow and gold, and I hate it. It looks disgusting. Like even like the Guttermouth had music videos back in the 90s too, and all the Guttermouth videos back then looked that way too. Every video looked like that, and it was gross. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. with this.
Blink had a video too that was like, was it Blink? Yeah, they were on like the LA Canal, right? Remember?
The LA River.
Yeah.
No, well, they did Down, and it kind of had that same kind of look, but it wasn't. They were playing in a backyard, but they didn't do anything at the LA River. No, because they did.
Somebody did.
No, because they did Damn It, then they did What's My Age Again. No,
the fuck was
All the
it?
Small
There was-
Thing, Adam's Song, and then off Toy Patch. No, they never did anything at the LA River.
Somebody in the Blink
It's not
camp
even a river, but
family. It's a river. It's fucking gushing. It's a wild river.
It's-
That's where they got wild rivers from.
it's a rushing river that's about 6 feet wide, if that.
And it's only full of water 2 months out of the year, and that water's only 2 feet wide.
it's sewage.
It's dirty as fuck.
Mostly sewage, yeah. Dude, LA is the worst, man. I fucking hate that
Fucking
city.
what?
I
God
fucking
damn, was that a
hate
plus
city.
44?
No,
What
you know,
the-
it
what
might have been
about-
transplants. It might have been a
What
transplant. I don't know what transplant song. I don't
Dying
know.
here. Okay. I'm going to make a little note. We'll come back to it. We'll circle back.
All right, sounds good.
But yeah, the artwork. Do you like this artwork?
I think it's cool. I think it's very appropriate for its time because of the color scheme. But overall, I think outside of Americana, all their albums kind of suck. Album covers suck. They really do.
I think because this has gone fucking 10 times platinum or whatever it is, the artwork has become something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really nothing. The artwork is nothing to
Yeah,
to
it's
write
like
home about.
It's like an X-ray of somebody, so it's pretty much just their skeleton with all these, contrasted out, and it's kind of silly.
And I really don't like any of their artwork except for Let the Bad Times Roll. That's the only artwork
Really?
that I really like. Yeah.
I think it's too cheesy for this day and age. Like if they had done that in the early 2000s, that would have been super cool. But 2021, 2022, it's
Dude, it's fucking dope, man. She got like money in her hands and like fucking like drugs and like a gun and I don't know, other stuff.
look at this, and
Look at
that.
this. You ever notice when people list things like they're gonna do, they always say it like that.
They
like,
do, and it's annoying because
Like
we all
I
do it.
get like, oh, I'm so busy tomorrow. I gotta go shopping. I gotta like do the laundry. Like, why do we list things like that?
I
Isn't
don't
that
know.
weird?
It's so obnoxious. It's like the other thing we've talked about where whenever we drop something, we go, we all make that same stupid sound. It's just one of those things. It's like this unconscious thing that we all do, and it's so annoying.
Like, what? It's very annoying. The thing fucking gets me every time. I love doing it.
It's
to people.
really funny. Like it's so obvious, but nobody ever talks about it. All right, so let's move on from Gotta
Moving
Get
on.
Away. So what? Fuck, dude. We really veered off. So that was your 3B, right?
3B, yeah.
Okay.
What is your 3B or 4B, or am I 4B?
Oh, so we didn't even talk about my 2B.
What was your 2B?
My 2B is It'll Be a Long Time.
I have a feeling it'll be a long time. You're just picking random like deep cuts. Just
No,
pick your 2B. That's dumb. That's stupid.
Not at all. It's
Yeah,
not even.
No, it is. That's stupid.
It's not even a deep cut because I've heard this played on the radio. It's not a deep cut.
To say like it'll be a long time is better than come out and play is just dumb. That's just silly boy talk. You're being silly.
Actually, you know what? Let's get in because we're a little over an hour on this episode. Let's just jump into those bigger hits, like Come Out and Play and Self Esteem, because we haven't even talked about those yet.
It'll be a long time to AB for me. I love that song.
I do too. That's why it's
putting
my TV.
And I think you may like it a lot more because it comes right after Self Esteem. So you kind of have that like, finally. Okay,
yeah.
here we go.
I have that relief.
Let's get back into it. Yeah. But I love the way Dexter says time. I have a feeling it'll be a long time. Time.
This song has it all. It has the speed, the intensity, the catchiness, great palm muting. I mean,
It's that bridge though.
Dude,
the bridge of this thing is
yes,
so fucking
the
good.
bridge.
Oh
It's-
my god.
it's this very, very slight buildup in that bridge that goes into that kind of solo. Dude, this song is it's a deep cut banger for sure. It's a fucking great song, man.
That bridge melody, that bridge buildup. If it wasn't for like the stupid dumb shit and Bad Habit, I think that would be like one of the best parts on this album.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It's so fucking catchy. The bridge is like 2 parts. The first part is just and the way he sings it, it's just a normal cadence, calm, collected. But then it goes into that palm muted part. But if you know it's not falling in with me, and then it goes into that little guitar solo, and it's not even like a solo; it's like a lead part, but it's still kind of a solo. Oh man,
I love how you just explained the entire song in probably 20 seconds. None of it was
so
really
good.
that coherent. It was just like, and then this.
Dude, I love this fucking album so much. I just love this album so much. It's so good. And there's so many guitar chords in this fucking chorus, dude. This is one where it's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? How is this working?
No, I agree, man. I totally agree. So let's play a little bit of It'll Be a Long Time from the Offspring. Here we go. I also wanted to mention, dude, the pre-chorus of this song, it's very thrashy. Or Noodle's guitar playing is very, very thrashy. It's fast. It's a little palm muted, and dude, he's like we said, he's a fucking underrated guitar player, and
Yeah.
that build up, man, and that bridge, it's so short. It is such a short build up, but my God, it's fucking amazing. It's so amazing. Guitar solo is stupid.
I
love it.
cannot fucking believe how good this bridge is. It is. It has no right to be this fucking good. It really does not.
Yeah.
This album has no right to be this goddamn good. Unbelievable.
It really, really,
It
is.
really it doesn't. It's like coming off of self-titled and then Ignition. All we've heard that is this good, this just like objectively good, is Session, right? Session. That's like the most Offspring song they've fucking done prior to this. Where did you pull this from?
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
How did they do this?
It's like they condense. Yeah, this is just a condensed version of. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't get it.
It's
a very unique song. Yeah.
If it wasn't for that part in Bad Habit, this is the best part of the album. This bridge right here.
I would agree. But I feel like the bridge also can be forgotten because it's so short. It really is. And man, I feel like you got to be a true Yed to really pick that one up on this one. I don't know. Because
No,
it comes
it's
and
true.
goes so quick. It comes and goes so quick. You can easily be forgotten, or not forgotten, but overlooked. Damn, dude, it's so good. So what do you have lyrically on this song?
This is like big picture stuff, right? The world is controlled, like we were talking about earlier, controlled by the powerful, and we aren't ready to change it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of like him pleading, but then also the chorus here is like him saying, "Well, we're not really ready for it yet. Maybe one day, but not now.
I mean, I got a very generic kind of anti-war, anti-government kind of feel to the song. He's kind of wondering when people will wake up to what's actually going on and who's controlling things, and that's what this song is, which is, I think, the overall theme of this entire record. But this is the one song that really kind of dives deep into that feeling. But yeah,
You know, and I don't.
think it's a great
I
song.
a lot of most of his lyrics were easy to decipher, but I don't want to write them off as just like generic or cheesy or bland or vanilla or anything. I think they're pretty damn good. I think his
I agree.
wordplay, I think the words he chooses to use, like in that bridge when he drops with the suicide thing, he's gonna turn it all around with the suicide move. The word suicide is it perks you up. It makes you listen. It's something that is just, it's a word that invokes emotion. And to put it in the bridge at the end of that first part, in beginning in the second part, it makes you listen to the second part. And that second part, he starts it off by saying like he's not getting fooled, like he's fucking sees it. And I think that's cool. I don't know. I think that's cool wordplay. I think that's great word usage. I think his lyrics are solid. I think they're fucking great. Not deep, not complex, but just really good.
I was honestly very surprised with his lyrics on this record, because I've always, thrown it out. Everything he does is goofy because of their big hits. Pretty Fly, Self Esteem. Or not Self Esteem, but Come Out and Play. Things like that. They're more lighthearted. But yeah, no, most of this record is very, very dark, and I think this is one of the darkest songs on the record lyrically, because of what he's talking. Because of talking about the being controlled by the government. But then, like you said, the suicide thing, that is a heavy word to throw around. And I think what was I thinking? Like in the first verse, no. Oh, no, the pre-chorus, like superpowers flex their wings, hold the world on puppet strings. Eagles will feed while citizens bleed. That's the way it goes. I really like the lyrics on that pre-chorus. I mean, yeah, the rhyming is fine, but the message is it's very true. It's very honest. I feel
It's a perfect. He's a really, really good songwriter. He's able to create melody that is catchy, that you can sing after the song's over. He's able to string together words that make sense. Egos will feed while citizens bleed. That makes sense. That's not just rhyming feed and bleed. That makes sense. It just tells a story. And like thirdly, it's easily digestible. It's fine.
totally, yeah.
Like, and I hate to like group them into this generic thing where they're just writing mediocre, because these aren't mediocre fucking songs. This is A-list stuff. This is A tier. This is really A tier stuff.
I agree. I totally agree. I wouldn't say this is like the best I've seen lyrically since we started, being lyric men on the pod, but it's definitely much better than I was expecting.
This is not S tier, but this is A tier. I don't know why S tier even exists.
I know. I don't like that
came
either.
from.
That's very RPG, and it's kind of annoying. I like RPGs, but I don't like S tier.
The way he says that last line too, that's always the way it goes, because that's always the way it goes, and he kind of like screams, and it goes, "When will the world listen to reason?" I like how it like screams that part before the chorus hits.
It'll be a long time.
Time.
The song is so good.
Good stuff.
So what other songs do we want to get into?
I mean, we should probably mention "Come Out and Play," right?
I mean, arguably their biggest hit.
Possibly.
I think it's bigger than
Possibly.
"Pretty Fly." I really think it is.
I do think it would for sure be between "Come Out and Play" and "Self Esteem."
Yeah. I mean, really, because I'm forced to listen to the radio at work when I'm at work in the office, and out of all the Offspring songs, "Come Out and Play" is the one that is played by far the most, and then "Self Esteem" second.
Is K-Rock still playing these like on the hour, every day?
I don't know about K-Rock, but we listen to Jack FM at work, and dude, it's
The
miserable.
93.1? What's Jack FM?
I
That's
forgot.
93.1, right?
It's 93.1. Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, it's terrible, man. When you're listening to
I
that all
fucking
day.
hate Jack FM. We play what we want when we want it.
I mean, I never thought it was bad until I started working at this company. And when I'm in the office, when you hear it for 8 hours straight, it's fucking terrible. And it's the
that
same.
shit.
It's literally the same songs every day. Like it's not it. They don't play like the same song every hour or two, like Kiss FM does or K Rock does. But dude, it's the same block of songs every fucking day.
I remember like
It's
when
miserable.
Jack FM like first came out, and it was pretty cool. Like they had a lot of different variety of music, but then I noticed like Spin Doctors, just for one, they used to play that fucking song, that Two
They still
Princes
do.
song.
They still do.
So I used to like that song until fucking Jack FM ruined it for me too.
Jack FM is kind of ruining Third Eye Blind for me. They're
Oh, no!
ruining. They're ruining the
Turn it
Offspring.
off!
I can't turn it off. It plays in the office.
Fucking stick a pencil in your ear.
Dude, it's bad. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that.
Come out and play.
Come out and play, yes. Come out and
Babe.
play.
Just that drum beat, right? Freestyling?
Oh yeah, so we're okay. Yes, let's start with the drums, the freestyling on the drums, as we like to call it, on the hi-hat stand, right there.
Yeah.
It's dude. Who the fuck thinks of it? I mean, I'm sure there's some band in the past that's done it, but nothing this popular, nothing this iconic. It's
like
so
watching
good.
the video, he's hitting the hi-hat stand and then hitting the bottom of the hi-hat as he like with his right hand, right? He's hitting the hi-hat stand and he's coming up. He's flinging up his right arm and he's subsequently hitting the bottom of the hi-hat on that little part and then going back to hitting the hi-hat stand. And that's just cool. That's just fucking rad. I love freestyling. Who doesn't like freestyling? Everyone likes freestyling.
I kind of wonder because Josh Freese has been playing live with the band over the last 2 years now, and I wonder if he plays it that way as well. I've never looked at live videos of him come out and play, but it seems like such a cheesy move, you know?
Oh, it's a very like youth
amateur
thing.
Yeah.
Fun, but kind of like you. That's how you play it, really? Why don't you do it like this? And then somebody would just do it the way you did it, but better.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
give a
right.
fuck. It fucking sounds cool. It looks cool. And I saw the video this week, and I never knew that's how he did it. And I was like, damn, that looks fucking cool. I like it. I like it.
And
the
then
whole song is built around that fucking that Middle Eastern guitar riff. That
it is. Man, but before we get into that guitar part, we got to talk about, you know, when he's doing the freestyling on that stand. He goes, Noodles comes in with that dun dun, that kind of like what is it?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, that dun dun dun, but it's called something. What
It's
am
like-
I trying to think right now? It's like a
I don't know,
harmonic,
they're
not a
just-
harmonic.
Kinda.
Is it kind of? Yeah, I guess it's kind of a harmonic, right? Shit, but
Yeah,
whatever. You know what I
a little
mean.
bit.
It's really cool. And then once Ron hits that snare, then Noodles gets to do that fucking riff, and it's a great intro. Great fucking intro.
Do you what B is this for you?
It's my 9B.
Oh my god.
But like I said,
Oh my
come
god.
out and play in Self-Esteem. So Self-Esteem is my 8B. So Come Out and Play and Self-Esteem are so low because, dude,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, you haven't worked like in the corporate world. You haven't worked where you're forced to listen to the radio, you know, all day, every day. And when you're forced to do that and you have to hear these songs thousands of times, hundreds of thousands of times, you know, or thousands of times, like it gets too much. You're totally burnt out.
Do you think you hear the song every day? Like if you're listening to the radio for
at
8
least
hours
once
a day, you hear
at least once a day.
for sure.
100%, yes. So when I was in the EMT, we would drive around in the rig and we would play K-Rock mostly K-Rock on the radio because we didn't have no CD player, nothing like that. So we mostly listen to K-Rock, and the way their format works is they play the same songs every 2 hours. Jack FM at least plays songs like, you know, it's a full day's worth of a rotation, but K-Rock does every 2 hours. So when that happens, when you're doing a 12-hour shift, you're hearing Come Out and Play or Self-Esteem maybe 3-4 times a day, and you're doing that, you know, 4 to 5 days a week. It sucks. Fucking sucks, man. It really ruins a lot of these songs when you hear them so goddamn much.
Because Come Out and Play is my 4B.
I mean, it's a great song, but it's too. I'm burnt out on it, man.
God, it's just like you pick this one apart, and it's perfect. It's fucking fun in all of the right ways, right? It's built, like, again, it's built off that that Middle Eastern type riff. And just today, like I learned how to play. This is what like spawned the whole thing. Was I was curious because I was reading about the Agent Orange copyright thing, and I was like, okay, well let's see how like generic this riff actually is, and like it really is just a fucking easy pentatonic riff, just a little slide in there, then you got like a flat, super easy riff. Yeah, and then I listened to the Agent Orange song that was supposedly the inspiration for this one. Fucking not even the same thing. Not even the same fucking thing at all.
It's not?
No. No, not at all. Some of the notes are the same, but Agent Orange, the scale transitions to a better solo and just does other things. But like that's stupid. That's silly boy talk. But yeah, man. Like I even love like the "gotta keep them separated" part. The "gotta keep them separated." Like I love that.
It's kind of cheesy though,
that.
Man.
I love that. Of course, it's cheesy. It was just their fucking friend that like wanted to be in the band, but he didn't play any instruments, and they were just like, I don't know what you want to do. He's
and
like,
then
I guess I'll do nothing.
He wasn't even credited on the song either, but
because like they had him come over.
Part of the song.
They had him come over when they're recording this, and like Snoop Dogg was next door. So the way they enticed their friend to come over was like, oh yeah, dude, Snoop's like recording stuff, and so like apparently this guy came over, took a bunch of pictures with Snoop, fucking had a great day, and then recorded his like "gotta keep him separated" part with the Offspring, and yeah, that's like the most iconic thing. But he still gets paid for it. He still has a little bit of money.
But he
said he did. There was an article.
There was an
article that I read that he said that he still gets a little kickback from it. I don't know if it's like just them giving him kickbacks or if they paid him money outright. I don't know, but he got some pennies for it.
Okay, all right.
I think it's funny.
It is funny, but goddamn, dude, the Offspring do some really, really cheesy shit. They really. And do.
I like that they recorded it more than just once and didn't just like just use the same sample like George Lucas Tusken Raider style. They didn't just loop it, right? Because he says got to keep them separated the first time, and then later on it's a little more like got to keep them separated.
Oh, that's true. He says
it the second time.
Right, he does. It's
say totally different.
You're totally right. Also, going out of after he says that, you have the bass drum snare hit. Oh, dude, it's so good. Boom, and then it goes into the actual song. That transition is it's perfect. It's so simple. It's perfect. I love it.
Fantastic. Was it a cat?
Yeah, my cat. You'll hear her periodically. I actually remember a couple weeks ago, Skip was saying like, "Oh, I still hear the cat on the podcast," and then I thought,
"Oh, it's
probably my fucking cat." Yeah, he probably hears my cat.
Has to be your cat.
Yeah.
Fucking cat. I forgot about that stupid goddamn fucking cat. Unbelievable.
But no, it's my cat meowing. So, anyway, I'm going to play a little bit of Keep 'Em Separated, or Come Out and Play. Jesus Christ. Come Out and Play from
Separated.
The Offsprings. What do you have lyrically on this one?
This was another one too that I was kind of like, wow, I did not expect this to be about this.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought so too.
This was not fun lyrics like I thought they were going to be. This is like youth violence with like an emphasis on youth gang violence.
Oh yeah,
like some serious shit. Like especially in these larger cities in Southern California, obviously. But I don't know. Like the lyrics are still riddled with fun sing along things, right?
Oh,
like
totally.
You got to keep them separated part, and like you sing this, but you don't realize that like it's pretty sad. It's pretty fucking dark.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it's a group of white guys from Orange County, making this record in '94, but they were also playing shows in LA, shit parts of LA where it was very violent. It was very dangerous to play, especially punk concerts in the 80s. It was not a good place to be with the cops, with gangs, with everything, it just wasn't an ideal place. So this song, I feel like they saw it all. Like this is not just them trying to be badasses for the sake of being a badass. Like they literally saw this kind of shit, not every day, but a lot. And then having Noodles being stabbed at a show because of like a riot at a Black Flag show. It's like, dude, this shit was real. Like this shit happened all the fucking time in the 80s. So it's like they were right there in the epicenter of it all, of the violence. So it's like they're not just pulling shit out of their ass, which I respect a lot. So
And I can't speak for other larger cities, but like gang culture is very much a part of Southern California culture,
oh, totally.
especially in the fucking 90s, especially with the rise of like gangster rap. It was just a thing. It was just something you did. I mean, fuck, man. I used to wear the craziest outfit. Read Lowrider magazine for God's sakes, dude. It was just a part of our culture, of us growing up.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
not
mean,
not like seeing the violence of it, but being a part of it, knowing it exists, and not being
Yeah.
like outwardly afraid of it, but kind of almost like being intrigued and entranced by it.
you like I remember. Okay, so the stuff in Orange County was never as bad as the stuff in LA. It wasn't, but you go to parts of Santa Ana, which were pretty rough and tumble, especially in the '90s. I remember being, like you said, I was intrigued by it, but I was also very wary of it, and I never went out of my way to go kind of explore that. You know what I mean, or just try to understand it more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was definitely always intrigued by it. But yeah, no, Orange County was. There are parts of Orange County that were pretty insane. Not insane, but pretty dangerous. In
But it's
in the
still it's
90s.
still like a part of the culture of Southern California.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh yeah, totally.
gang culture is a culture in itself, and it's not exclusive to gangs. I mean, if the Bloods and the like Killer Mike was trying to get him to do fucking like brand themselves, right? Remember the Crip Juice in his
Oh,
TV
yeah.
show when he's
Yeah.
trying to get the Bloods and the Crips to like market themselves, actually make some money off of it. But
I
really,
remember
like
that, yeah.
gang culture could have done that, could still do that today, like market themselves, and because it is something that youth kind of aspire to be a part of something, and
But didn't it
And if you
didn't it
don't-
kind of do that in the 90s? With Death Row and Bad Boy Records. That wasn't that kind of them market off of the East Side West Side gang culture. So what
But
Killer
that's-
Mike was trying to do wasn't totally, it wasn't new.
but they're not making money off of it. The Bloods and the Crips are arguably the most famous or infamous gangs in the United States, and they're not making any money off of that brand. Brand yourself, create the corporation, make money off of it.
I guess
People
yeah,
wanna
the,
wear
the few select
stuff that
were-
says
were
Crip
making
on
money
it.
off of it.
Fucking hire some lawyers, send them a cease and desist. That's your brand. You started this. Make money off of it.
Oh, can you imagine? Shit.
Which, like, on the surface, is like, well, why should gangs? Like, well, the fucking cigarette companies made a fuck ton of money off killing people. Why can't gangs do it?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Straight marketing to little kids. I mean, they fucking both do the same thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
So what do we have anything else on Come Out and Play?
Come out and like the Warriors, dude. Come out and play, yay! Like, dude, again, just advertising to kids, right? Like, gang life is cool.
Yeah.
That's the Warriors were about. The movie,
Yeah. Great movie.
Baseball Furies. Remember Baseball Furies? We were there for Halloween.
Dude, I just came across that photo of me, you, and Angel
Oh, so
dressed
good.
up. Dude, that photo is so fucking funny.
Honestly, the best costume I've ever had in my life.
It's so funny that we fucking did that. Yeah.
I'm most proud of that costume over anything else
I
I've
hate
ever done.
I hate dressing up for Halloween. I really, really do. But that was probably one of the cooler costumes we ever did.
Oh,
Or I
so
ever
good.
did, yeah. That was fuck it, I'll post that on the socials. I don't give a fuck. That was a cool
Yeah.
picture. And that's so weird you even brought that up because I literally a few days ago I came across that on my Facebook by accident.
Which is not even like October. So I don't know why you came across that a few days ago.
I forgot I was doing something. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna make like AI artwork for the podcast, and I was looking for pictures of you and I just to like throw in like those weird
Oh, that'd be
AI
a good one.
generators, and I came across that photo. Yeah. So that's why. But anyway, let's move on from keep them separated. What do we want to talk about now?
Separated. At least just touch upon self-esteem. That's my 9B.
Yeah.
At least touch upon that one. I
That's low
like this
for
one a
you.
lot. Because it's ridiculous, man. That intro is so fucking ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
They all sound
But
like
it's
they're
such a
wasted.
perfect time capsule of the stupidity and pretentiousness of the 90s scene. Particularly like the grunge and alt-rock, new metal shit. Like all of that stuff. But this is done as a joke. This is a joke. And it's funny because the video starts off with like a profile view of a skull, like an x-ray. And as they're doing like the la 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 la, the jaw of
So
the skull is
annoying.
kind of like moving around with that la part.
So
But the song is
annoying.
it's a good fucking catchy song. And those palm mutes
is.
sound, the so good.
Yeah, and the bass part too. You know, it kind of lets Greg, breathe a little bit when Noodles isn't, going all over the place.
Noodling?
It's Noodles is noodle. Yeah, no,
That's such a perfect nickname for like his guitar playing style. It's so
it really
good.
is. It really is. No, I think it's a great song outside of the la 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 part. I've always thought that part was really stupid and just so unnecessary. The song could have been so much cooler without that. It's very much of its time, and I don't like it at all. But
You like the la la part?
no, I don't. And then also, Dexter, he just sounds so whiny. I'm running around. It just sounds so. Oh God, it's annoying.
Bring his own
Think that would take chicken over. I lost my nerve. Oh God, it's.
No.
Oh God, it's dumb, man. But
This is like this is
huge.
just a better version of She's Got Issues.
No, She's Got His Issues is a better song.
She's got issues that I gotta pay. Both whiny, both dumb. But
Those
She's Got Issues doesn't hit as hard as this one does.
those notes that he hits in She's Got Issues is so much better. The whoa woes in that song are so much better in this, or so much better in that song than in this song.
Okay,
It's true.
that's wrong, but okay.
No,
Okay.
it's true, man. It's totally true. Should we play a little bit of Self-Esteem?
Play a little bit of it. At least, yeah. You gotta hear the intro.
Yeah. The intro. It is iconic. As annoying as it is, it's iconic. So here it is. Self-Esteem from The Offspring.
I don't know why, but this time around, Discord just cut out all the instrumentals, and I only heard the vocals part of this one.
The whoa woes or the la la la?
Just all of it. I only heard the vocal part of this. I heard none of the
Wow.
like usually it'll cut out the vocal parts too, but for whatever reason, I only heard vocals, and I still love the song. Okay,
That's
I will
very
say.
that's very telling because that just shows that he's that bad
But
of a singer.
damn, that
He's
was
that bad of a singer.
wow. I mean, like it's no surprise or anything or secret that he's a bad singer. He's awful.
Yeah.
But damn, even when he sings live though, he still has that unique flair to him, to his voice.
Oh yeah. I think maybe now they probably use a little bit of auto-tune. And they probably tune down as well, but yeah, he's still got it. He's still got it for the most part.
And honestly, I'm just gonna throw it out there, but I probably saw the Offspring at the best possible time you could have seen them, and I saw them in 2001,
Oof.
and that was before Splinter, and that was right after Conspiracy.
God, that is probably that might be the perfect time to see them
Yeah,
because they're playing all the bangers at that point. God
all the
damn.
bangers, baby, all the fucking bangers. They
God.
played Bad Habit, and
They
that was
played
when I was
Want You
jumping over
Bad.
fucking fires.
I'm sure.
Dude, it was a fucking banger show.
I have a friend and she's from Germany and she loves the Offspring, and when we used to work together, she was telling me that when she was still living there with her husband, they saw the Offspring. They used to see the Offspring all the time in Germany in small little tiny clubs during the Smash tour. And she said it
Oh
was
my
like the
God.
best shows she's ever been to, because in Germany they were at the time they weren't as big as they were here in the States at that point. And yeah, they used to go. It was a small, like she said, it was like, what it sounded like it was like the size of like the glass house here in California.
I'd die.
And seeing them during the Smash tour in Germany, yeah, she said her and her husband used to go to those shows all the time.
What the fuck,
Yeah.
man?
It's fucking nuts, man. In Munich too.
I can't
in
even
Munich,
imagine.
That's
I
where
can't
she
even
lived.
imagine seeing the Offspring in a 5,000 person venue.
Well, yeah.
No way.
Even the Glass House, that's probably what, 1,000 person? Not even 1,000 person.
Not even. Yeah.
Yeah. But goddamn, yeah, seeing them in 94, 95. It's fucking nuts, dude. But yeah, no, she loves the Offspring.
Good for her. Good on Good on the Germans.
Good on the Germans.
Except they need to get better at soccer.
Oh man,
Got him.
got him. That's rough. Rough stuff.
So do the South Koreans as of today, but that's no surprise.
Yeah, they never get far.
Brazil's good.
And they're fine.
Dude, they've been in 10 consecutive fucking World Cups. I didn't even know that.
And I think 4 finals?
That's
or 3
crazy.
finals? 3 World Cup finals, something like that.
South Korea?
No. Brazil.
No, South Korea has been in 10 consecutive World
really?
Cups. They've made the cut 10 times in a row. Yeah.
No shit.
I know. That's fucking bizarre.
But when you think about it, that's only 40 years. So since 1980.
USA hasn't even done that.
Well, I know, but USA always suck at soccer.
Fucking Italy hasn't even done it.
Oh, that's true too. No, but also okay. But look at it this way: the where they're at, like not the league. I guess it's the league. Like you have the CONCACAF, you have UEFA, and all that. You know what I mean? The different regions. The Asian region is not as nearly as competitive as it is in Europe, as it is in even North America.
True.
So, I mean, South Korea is always going to get through. South Korea and Japan are always going to get through. I mean, fucking North Korea made it through in 2010, right? If North Korea can make it through, South Korea can make it through. So keep that in mind.
I will keep nothing in mind, actually. So,
Do you remember?
that.
Do you remember in 2010 when Portugal played against North Korea and it was like 6-0, and I think Ronaldo scored like 3 goals that match? Pretty cool.
Oh my God.
Anyway, let's move on. Do we have anything else on this record, or should we wrap it up?
What? Just rattle off some bangers here. What is Killboy Powerhead for you?
Killboy Powerhead is my 6B, the cover by the Digits.
Okay. That's my 5B. Did you listen to the Digits version?
I did not.
Digits version? Pretty good. It's not bad. Pretty damn good.
I honestly never knew this was a cover until this week. And when I've always listened to it, I thought, oh man, this sounds like it could be a Misfits song. It sounds very Misfits-esque. But it's good. It's a good one.
And then what happened to you?
That's my 3B.
What B is that?
My 3B
Wow,
is the ska song,
that's
man.
your 3B?
Yeah, it's a fucking
What
killer
the
song.
hell?
You don't like this song or what?
This is my 7B, but
Really?
I fucking wow. Owen Wilson, wow.
Oh, wow.
Luke Wilson, wow.
Wow.
Deborah Wilson, wow.
You're an idiot.
All the Wilsons I know. Deborah
Wilson.
Wilson. I don't want to do that one because Home Improvement's stupid. But
you're
yeah,
the
dude,
worst.
this is they can do the fucking ska stuff so well. It's
Seriously.
just god damn, it's so fucking good. They're all in. They're
Yeah.
all in, and it's great.
Yeah, and then and let's jump into that guitar solo real quick. It's that kind of clean tone, and it's not flashy at all. Oh man, it's perfect.
Yeah,
It is perfect.
Solid.
I didn't realize that they could have made a ska song this well. I mean, it's very much in the vein of Rancid, and honestly, I think they did it a lot better than a lot of shit I've heard from Rancid. And I haven't heard everything.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
It's a great fucking song.
It's solid. It's more reminiscent of like Op Ivy because the upstrokes are distorted.
Yeah,
and they're
right.
heavier than like the clean stuff we've heard from like a lot of the third wave ska. So this is more like punkers doing ska rather than just like guys that want to form a ska band doing ska. And I think that's what it is. And I love that fucking solo, dude. Easy, fits nicely, does a little bit of fancy stuff, but it's not too crazy.
Yeah,
God damn, it's good.
not wanky. It's very, very classy. Very, very classy. And to throw that kind of clean tone in, because Noodles is such a he uses so much distortion with his playing that to hear something this clean is very very different, very unique. Unless they're doing like a more like a softer song, you never hear him play this clean ever.
Yeah,
It's
true.
It's really good. Really, really good.
When you're mashing in that many chords, you have to throw a lot of distortion in. Otherwise, because even with the distortion, you can still hear him slide up and down that fucking neck. You can still hear the little finger slidage.
Oh yeah.
So if you don't have a lot of distortion, it's just going to be so squeaky.
That's true.
But yeah, this song's so fucking good.
But it's so
This is
low
another
on your
one
banger
of,
list.
This is like another early song that I tried to really learn the solo to when I was like first starting to play guitar. I really wanted to learn this solo, and I got pretty far.
Okay. I'm sure
Not a
now.
hard solo, but
I'm sure now you can pick it up pretty quick. Because yeah, it's
no,
not. It's not the most.
Don't pick it
complicated.
up. Don't pick it up. Don't pick it up.
Pick it up. Dumb. Fucking ska.
So yeah, that's.
Third wave ska is so stupid.
Oh,
really is.
easy, Tiger. Easy,
I mean, I
Tiger.
love it, but it's fucking dumb. It's a dumb genre. Come on.
Eh.
You know it's true.
That's fine.
All right. What do you want to do now? What do you want to do now?
That's it. No, I'm good. That's all I really wanted to. I don't know, kind of get after. But I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So let's give our final thoughts on Smash by the Offspring, and then give our rating of the record. So we have our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So what would you? What's your final thoughts and your rating on this record? Go.
I've always loved this. I listen to this consistently. This is for sure one of the most listened albums in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of like made it better this week diving into the lyrics, because I was really worried that the lyrics were going to be dumb. I was really worried that they were going to be overly goofy, overly stupid, very superficial, just throwaway shit. But they weren't, man. They were like perfect. They were fucking perfect for this band, for this era, for this time period, for this music, for this sound. Just absolutely perfect. Well crafted. This entire album is absolutely well crafted. I think Needles is one of the best like rhythm punk drummers I've ever fucking heard, if not the best. Just phenomenal stuffs. Dexter, nobody sounds like Dexter. Nobody sounds like the Offspring, especially in the Smash Americana days. Like nobody fucking sounds like the Offspring. They've cornered this market. They made the market, cornered it, and then like ended it.
Still
And
doing
I think
it.
that's just unbelievable. It's unreal. And this album, it's crazy because you put this in any other time period, it would never survive. But this album is so goddamn good. It has everything. It has everything from punkers to rockers to hip hoppers and all the people all around the world. The Biscuit
Move
fans,
out.
no.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Move in, move out.
Hands
So,
down.
I don't know, man. I love this. I love this album so much. I cannot sing its praises any more than now. I would be curious to hear the opinion of people that were probably born in like the year 2000. So people in their early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how they would feel about this.
I don't think they would like it.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I don't think so either. I think, but I also wouldn't expect them to like anything like Nirvana outside like the hits.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect them to like anything, even like Weezer, anything like Green Day did up until like American Idiot.
Unless it's in like a movie and it has that kind of thing, like that Nirvana song "Something in the Way" was in the new Batman movie, and that song blew up because of the movie, and people who are like 20 years old love that song. Never knew it was Nirvana, never even cared to look into it, but no, that song was huge amongst younger people.
90s were a weird time. We're a weird time. We're a fun time. A lot of one-hit wonders, but going back and listening to them, like I still think Marcy Playground, that album's fucking fantastic. Not just a one-hit wonder. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this is just like being nostalgic, if this is just being kind of like gatekeeping because I listened to this as a kid. I don't know. I would be curious to hear, and actually I'm not curious at all. I don't fucking give a shit. But it would be interesting to hear somebody who's born in like the year 2000, their opinions on this album. And again, I don't care. But I think this is, I think this album's great. I think this is better than great. I think it's perfect. I think this is a perfect album. I think perfect through and through, front to back. I think every song on here serves a purpose. I think, God, man, even some of these like forgotten ones, like the first true forgotten was Something to Believe in. Mm-hmm. That's one that's like if I ask you now what the melody is, it's like I don't really fucking remember what Something to Believe in. What song was that? But then if I started singing it, you know every word. You will know every fucking goddamn word because it's so catchy. It's so good. So yeah,
right
man,
now I
this
can't
is
even think how that melody goes. I really can't.
Mm-hmm. See,
Damn. But it's my 10B. So there you go.
that was my 10B too.
So real quick on
There you
that
go.
song, this is the one song where you can really hear Noodles sliding his fingers up and down the strings.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really prominent, but I just wanted to throw that one out there. But anyway, so yeah, you gave this record a perfect 3 out of 3. I think this is, yeah, like we were talking about, this is very of its time. It couldn't fit anywhere else. I don't care to hear what other younger people have to say about it either. But yeah, I don't know. It's just so unique, man. Nothing sounds like Smash. Americana doesn't even sound like Smash. It's
What album in fucking history
Nothing.
sounds like this?
nothing sounds like this record at all.
That is unreal.
But like we were saying, it's mostly because of Dexter's vocals. He's not a good singer, and this album shows it. And I don't know, man. I don't want to go over it all again. This album's a perfect 3.
Let's do it again. Let's fucking do it again. I'll do
It's
it
a
again.
perfect 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3.
God damn. Wow.
This album, Conspiracy of One, Ixnay, and Americana, all perfect 3 out of 3s. I'm saying it.
So your
I say it.
top 4 Offsprings all perfect 3s.
They're all perfect 3s, baby. All perfect
My
3s.
my top 3 Offsprings are perfect 3s. Yes, I would really have to get into a Conspiracy if I want to give it a perfect 3. But just off the cuff,
Good, man.
I don't know, 2.7.
You're nuts. You're crazy for this one, Rick. All right, so do we have anything else? Should we kind of outro it and everything like that?
Yeah, outro it, everything like that. Sure.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. 5 stars only. And you know the rest. You know, tell us how amazing we are. So that's it. That's all.
That's all.
This is called Ride On 10 Hop Hazy IPA. I've had some of their other Ride On beers. They've been okay, from what I remember, but this is one I haven't had yet. 7.5% ABV. It doesn't tell me the IBUs, but it does say on here it contains wheat and milk. So that sounds really gross.
Cool. We got just some fucking nasties all
yeah.
around. I'm done.
And it says the hops in here are Strata, Centennial, Chinook, CTZ, Idaho 7, Simcoe, and Motueka. So, yeah, there's a lot of hops in here. I don't like the Idaho 7. That just sounds like very chemical and very... it just sounds fucking weird, right? Like, doesn't that sound weird?
Yeah, it's like Red 5, right?
Yeah,
Like
Red
Captain
5,
Crunch
yeah.
makes your testicles smaller. People used to say, remember?
Oh, your sperm count. No, it reduces your sperm count. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Red 5, yeah.
Fucking Idaho 7, Red 5. Sure.
Idaho 7, yeah. That's weird. That's fucking weird. It's my number 7.
Do you like that song LAPD? Because it's like it reminds you of like Korn or
because that
thing
was
the
the original
Korn,
band
that
name?
wasn't Korn.
Well, it was the band before Korn. It was the band minus Jonathan Davis. So yeah,
So that's not Korn.
it's a band called LAPD who put out a full length record.
Yeah, nothing like Korn. What kind of Korn?
Well, yes and no. Yeah. Okay.
Yes and no.
Yes and no, which is not an answer. So what do you got for number 6?
Gonna get away from me.
That's
Gonna get away from me. But fast forward to 2022. Oh my God. Janitor to high school? Kush.
Working
Kush.
at the school district, working for the school district. Oh
Oh
yeah.
my God. People would kill for that position. Times have
Times
changed, huh?
right? Oh God, we both said that. No. Oh, I hated that. I hated that so much.
It is funny though. Like you ever notice when people list things like they're gonna do, they always say it like that.
They
like,
do, and it's annoying because
Like
we all
I
do it.
get like, oh, I'm so busy tomorrow. I gotta go shopping. I gotta like do the laundry. Like, why do we list things like that?
I
Isn't
don't
that
know.
weird?
It's so obnoxious. It's like the other thing we've talked about where whenever we drop something, we go, oh. We all make that same stupid sound. It's just one of those things. It's like this unconscious thing that we all do, and it's so annoying.
Like, what? It's very annoying. And I think you may like it a lot more because it comes right after Self-Esteem. So you kind of have that, like, finally. Okay,
yeah.
there we go.
I have that relief.
Let's get back into it. Yeah. But I love the way Dexter says time. I have a feeling it'll be a long time. Time.
This song has it all. It has the speed, the intensity, the catchiness, great palm muting. I mean,
It's that bridge, though. The
Dude,
bridge of this thing is
yes.
so fucking
The
good.
bridge.
Oh,
It's-
my God.
it's this very, very slight buildup in that bridge that goes into that kind of solo. Dude, this song is it's a deep cut banger for sure.